The glory of victory is yours.
The fact that Time Stop is a tier 2 ability instead of a tier 3 is wild.
Phoenix. Vengeance demanded by the blood of warriors. And yet you have delivered a powerful blow to Amon. You truly have come far from the Executor I saw encoded in my memories. It is a role I never intended to fill, old friend. It is one I have grown into. You bear the burden of leadership more capably than you let yourself believe. It is an honor to fight at your side. The deeds of a Templar suit you, Karax.
For the entirety of my life, I have given myself to the art of creation. My war has been one of design, a battle against obstacles that hinder optimization. I am a faithsmith, and will always be my first calling. But as times change, those who were not born true Templar can become so through their deeds.
Then ready yourself, Templar. You will be needed.
Our scouts are reporting the Dominion is attempting to fight back the Golden Armor.
Rohana.
I can see it, Artanis. The truth Amon wishes to hide. While his brethren, the Xel'Naga, slumbered through the millennia, Amon and his followers descended upon Ire.
And he uplifted our people. They ruled over us as teachers, as gods.
Which is not their
He
role.
changed us, manipulated our essence. But we grew beyond his control. He and his followers fled to Xeris to create the Zerg. The hybrid are the culmination of his efforts. False Xel'Naga, created in his image. We must...
Rohana, this is too dangerous. You cannot go on like this.
I must, Hierarch. It is my duty to know the truth, to bear it. I know now. This is my purpose.
We will have to cut that off eventually.
Capital ships have docked within the Spear of Adun. They await your preference.
We feel your presence.
So the Void Raid for the Arbiter's fleet instead cloaks all your friendly units, teleports friendly units, and places enemy units into stasis. It's more of a support craft. I will be honest, I don't like it as much as the normal Void Rays. The normal Void Rays are just kill fucking everything.
Valor is eternal.
And I prefer the Tempest over the Carrier just because of the fact siege artillery from the fucking sky. I love most of the Purifier units. They are among my favorite units.
Revanskar has fallen, and through its death,
We might just go and finish this tonight.
Many of you will not agree with. During my time with Phoenix, I have seen that the Purifier program, under the right guidance, may be reborn.
History has shown the Purifiers cannot...
That's
be
the issue,
controlled
you
by
bitch.
Artanis.
They do not have to be. These personalities, like I, will have free will.
We do not have enough purifier matrices to create more like Phoenix.
You cannot possibly be considering what I think you are.
The original Purifiers are housed in orbit above the forest world of Endion, sealed within their warship, Cybros. I have seen through Phoenix that these warriors may be valuable to us. Perhaps the Conclave misunderstood them, treating them as simple robots and not proud Templar. It tried to control them.
And they rebelled, attacking their creators.
Would you not rebel against a slave master? I have heard your counsel, and I have chosen to go to Endion. We leave at once.
I love Rohana's like whole role in this story is just, but the old ways, and our Trace is just like,
Purifier stasis grid
fuck
is still
that.
intact. We'll have to destabilize it from the generator below. I'm detecting a massive Zerg infestation on the surface. They can't be Kerrigans.
Amon's brood. This will not not be easy.
So yeah, basically the state of the galaxy as is the Dominion is led by Raynor and the rest of the people we met during Wings of Liberty. Kerrigan has her brood and her swarm queens. The issue is there's still a brood that was separate. There were feral Zerg, and all those feral Zerg now fall under Amon's control. And then there are the Protoss who did not cut off the Kala, who are now who have been under his control, which includes the massive fuck off Armada. Also, wow, this really is just Star Wars.
Cyros, the vault of the purifiers. It is fortunate that Amon's brood has been unable to penetrate its stasis grid.
I now have access to Endion's records. The stasis grid is sealed by complicated locking mechanisms. They can only be destabilized by a certain device. The megalith. I'll begin recovering it now, so it may work on the locks.
It will need protection. These forests already crawl with Zerg abominations. Then we shall clear them out.
If I may, Hierarch, this facility once developed powerful weapons for the Empire.
I have heard tale of the mighty Colossi, scaling cliffs, besieging enemies from afar. Let us see how they fare against the Zerg.
I don't... Okay, I'm gonna pause really quick. So, I have been listening to Fenix talk. I'm like, I know this voice. I can't place it, but I know this voice. And it just occurred to me. That is Mark Grau, or Grew. I don't know how to say his last name. Some of the stuff he was various dragons in the Reignited trilogy. He was also, let's see here. There's one in particular I'm going to talk about, but I want to kind of save it for last. He's some of the super mutants in Fallout New Vegas. And what else? Okay. And he's also Mario, Luigi, and Bowser in Hotel Mario. That's interesting. But no, the more interesting one though for this, he's Mr. Zircon from Ratchet and Clank. The best weapon. Mr. Zircon is coming to kill you. I love him. I want a new Ratchet and Clank. Come on, Insomniac. Stop with Wolverine. Give me Ratchet and Clank. I'm semi-joking there.
The Zerg are coming from that cave. If we fire
Like, I do want Insomniac to make other stuff besides Ratchet and Clank. I just really would like them to make more Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, so now we got access. Oh, thank you for the follow. So now we have access to the Colossi. They are good units. The only issue is, as I have taken advantage of the multiple times I fought against Colossi, they are vulnerable to both anti-air and anti-ground. But oh boy, do they deal a lot of damage.
Well done. The area is secure. Warp coordinates for our nexus point are locked. Karax, activate the megalith.
Authorization in progress. The megalith should be ready shortly, Hierarch. We will monitor its status and alert you when it is online.
In the meantime, build phase!
The megalith systems will take a few moments to activate. It will be ready to move out soon. In the meantime, I've upgraded our robotics facilities to construct colossi. You can warp them in whenever you wish, Hierarch.
My recommendation for your army for this one is build a couple more colossi, but standard ground forces. Don't really use the air. I don't use air too much here just because air forces are expensive, and I'd rather not split my economy that much. There are 2 points you've got to defend for 2 entryways into your base.
The megalith should be finishing up shortly. We should ensure that we have enough forces to defend it.
There is the megalith. The megalith itself actually is a pretty powerful unit. I believe it does have, it has its own shields and its own offensive capabilities. So while you do have to defend it, it isn't like the hardest thing in the world. Just, I would suggest making sure you deal with like the roaches and the hydralisks. I believe its weapon is also like just a focused version of the colossi.
The megalith has reached the first stasis lock. It will be safe below the surface as it does its work.
I'm detecting Zerg movement. Warriors, ensure none reach our nexus point.
When I fight, make sure I fight around a pylon because of the fact that that will allow me to activate the matrix overload.
The megalith is almost done with this lock. I would advise you to make preparations for its next move.
If I can avoid using the solar lance and use warp and reinforcements, just so they're less of a burden on my economy.
Sensors show the first stasis lock has been disabled. The megalith is relocating to the next one.
Yeah, so time stops only cooldown. Only cost is cooldown. So use it to your advantage.
Interesting. I believe this facility used power cores of incredible size to provide energy for experiments. They should be hidden somewhere within these hills. If our warriors can destroy them, we can claim the solarite components within.
The megalith has arrived safely at the second stasis lock. It shall be brought down shortly.
The first power core has been secured. Warping it aboard now.
Speed up my production of Colossus. I'm just gonna hold out on energy. I mean, on warping in troops until.
The megalith's work is nearly complete. It will move again soon. Stasis lock disabled, and the grid is now at 60%. The megalith is en route to the third lock now.
The canyon grows narrow ahead. Crawlers! They're rooting on the ridge! Brace for incoming fire!
And they're flanking me.
Upgrade complete.
Other than the fact I have to defend the megalith, though, like I said, the megalith itself is a useful weapon. Don't like think it's something that has to be completely defended. It is very. It's basically, like I said, its attack is just another Colossus. But it's ignoring my troops, I'll ignore it for now.
Well done, warriors. The megalith is disabling the third lock.
I'm gonna change my mind on something. Let's see here. Get a Stargate built.
This lock is almost destabilized. The megalith will relocate shortly. Both power cores have been obtained. I'll begin working on them immediately.
complete.
Any pylons?
The third lock has been disabled, and the megalith is on the move. My readout shows Cybros beginning to awaken from stasis. Only 2 remain, Hierarch. I am detecting a large number of Zerg bioforms in the cave network ahead.
We can use the terrain to our advantage. Topple the rock formations near the entrance and seal the Zerg within the caves.
Bases on the towns have engaged the enemy.
There you go. Send a portion of my squad back.
Your allies are in battle.
A significant number of Zerg have been detected in the caves ahead. Exercise caution.
I'm gonna do one here, and then the rest here, just because this is already a heavier reinforced area because they have the hive there.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ah, fuck.
Upgrade complete.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm also out of Vespian. That is fucking great.
Phase link authorized. The megalith is now disabling the 4th lock.
I can't believe I lost my Nexus. I think it's the first time I've actually lost to my main Nexus this entire playthrough. I'm gonna save.
Lock destabilization
I'm
is
gonna
nearly
save
finished.
time stop
The megalith will
until
disembark
we
soon.
get into the next encounter with the megalith. Which, I don't know if it's gonna go up here or here.
lock is down and the megalith is traveling. Stasis grid at 20%. Wait, I'm detecting activity in the Zerg hive nearby. They're reinforcing the last lock.
There is an entire Zerg hive cluster between Megalith and the last stasis lock. Our only option is to fight through it.
I got 20 seconds. Need to deal with the problem enemies before that 20 seconds is up. For ground, okay, so if the Void Rays are my general, like, you know, eliminate, you know, everything that moves enemy unit, Colossi are when I want to take, are my anti-Zerg. No point in using the solar lance. Okay, now we use solar lance. The only problem that this like army I've got going has is anti-air, but that's the whole point of the Void Rays. That's 5.
The final lock is destabilizing, and the grid is down. We've done it! Cybros is free from stasis.
Recall our forces from Endion's surface. We take this battle to Cybros.
So, oh yeah, I forgot Brood War, because it counts those like random environmental pieces as Zerg structures. And I wasn't fast enough on the that's what it was. I wasn't fast enough on taking out the rocks.
Hierarch, one of our combat units can be assigned a new faction through the console in the War Council.
Yes.
The Golden Armada has devastated the Sectorot.
We have received new robotic siege
So
technology.
we've obtained the mothership.
Soul of strength.
The mothership is one of the most powerful units you can get. The only thing is you're only allowed one at a time. But it has a black hole that can trap enemy units. As the thermal lance, which damages all enemies in a line, and it can teleport. It is one of the best. It is not as good, in my opinion, as Arcanus' mothership, but this one's still pretty good. And then we have the Colossi, which has the standard Colossus we've already used, which is the fires the thermal lance, and this one actually. The upgrade that is unique to the campaign is that it leaves a DOT with fire. And then there is the Reaver, which automatically builds scarabs that explode for area damage around their targets. Deals bonus damage to structures. I prefer this one.
Why was Endion chosen as the world Cybros was to orbit?
For thousands of years, it has been a research retreat. Here, Protoss scholars secluded themselves from political affairs to focus on the task of devising technology that would benefit the Empire. The Psi Matrix was first conceived here. When it was decided that the purifiers would be shut down, they became a symbol of achievement, but also the dangers of it.
So they were brought to a research colony.
Where better than a place where our greatest scientists resided, constantly improving Cybros' stasis field.
And how many resided on the world below?
800,000 Kalai, a contingent of Templar.
I only hope their deaths were swift.
One can hope. I think I'll use warp harmonization for like actual like defense missions, but I don't know. There's only 2 more missions. Only a few more missions left.
Move quickly if we hope to save the purifiers. I require your honest counsel, Phoenix. Do you believe the purifiers will join us? I do not know. They may harbor rage, resentment for the actions of our forebears. The Daylom is not the Conclave. We are united in purpose, like never before. And that is why the Purifiers must be allowed to choose their fate for themselves. Without freedom, a people can be controlled, but never united. This is true, and yet, the Firstborn have ill need of another enemy. And I believe in you to not create one. Your actions determine the future for both the Templar and the Purifiers. But now is the time to act, Hierarch. You are right. The way forward may be difficult, but it is necessary. Thank you, my friend. Karax, the stasis grid is down. We must act now.
If we can bring Cybros online, the battle station should begin to defend itself.
And the Purifiers?
They have lain dormant for millennia. They may still harbor anger towards us. If they turn on us, we will have to fight.
We failed them before, not understanding what it was we had birthed. These personalities may be replications, but they are alive.
After spending so much time with Phoenix, I share your belief.
I assume your plan is to bind these robotic warriors to your will.
No, that's what caused the
They
problem
will
the
be
last
allowed
time.
their freedom, much like Phoenix. Making slaves of them is what led to their revolt before.
Oh, this foolish idealism taxes my patience.
Idealism? They are the replications of our greatest champions. Was it so different when we gave your people freedom by breaking them away from Malash's grip?
Only to deliver them to mine. I could not allow my people to be guided by Imon's lies any further, but make no mistake. They are not free. Freedom is a delusion, granted to the weak by the strong.
You speak as Amon does. For the sake of your life, that will change.
Instill the Phoenix machine as the new executor of the Purifiers, and use them as the tools of destruction they were built to be.